they say that the banks got away with it. One banker told me, with a lot of conviction, that, well, it's only numbers, and when you look at the real story, the banks don't make as much when you consider the level of assets that have been deployed, the capital deployed. If you look at that, then the rest is, it doesn't sound so good. What's your analysis of that?
My analysis is, for us, it's all when you look at on a comparative context.
Yeah.
With the domestic debt restructuring, of course, compared to the other stakeholders or the other creditor categories, of course, the banks got away and they are going to make a big margin because they were kept aside, because they were holding a significant proportion of the treasury bonds. So, as a result, compared to the other credit holder bond holders like the superannuation funds and ISBs, so they are going to get a big margin from there. At the same time, I think what bankers are saying is also not untrue, because compared to the investment that you have done, because it is not like someone getting just 5 rupees out of 100 rupee investment versus again someone getting 5 rupees out of 100,000 investment, there is a difference. For if you look at the banks, their investment is quite significant, because you have to have a branch network, it is very capital driven, and you have to keep, now the reserve rates have brought down, but even when you get a deposit, earlier you have to keep just 4 rupees at the central bank without getting any interest. So likewise, so their capital investment is also quite high. So if you look at comparatively, of course, with the restructuring, banks will gain, but and it was also proved just after the debt restructuring, the bank share prices went up. But overall, I think banks are also in a difficult period, because their non-performing loan ratio is in a is growing, because a lot of people who took moratoriums after the Easter attack, after the COVID, still I think it is not pretty much counting everything into the non-performing loan ratio. So, they will have an impact on that, and also with the Sri Lanka development bonds restructuring, the banks will have another impact. So, with the overall bad business environment, also the banks will have another impact. So, overall, of course, they are, though they are got away with the restructuring, they are also going through a bit of a difficult period,